Hi everyone, and welcome to my presentation. And I'm going to talk about my journey to independent life. Who am I? My name is Jeremy Abramson from Ottawa, Canada. I am 31 years old. I have been living independently for the last 6 years. And then this is what my presentation is about. So my presentation is about my journey from living with my family to living on my own, getting jobs and building the life that I want. In this section, we'll be talking about the mindset and the attitude to become more independent and the practical skills you will develop along the way. Now we're going to talk about the independence toolkit. And this is what you'll need to become independent. A growth mindset, the mental strength, the motivation, and the practical skills like money management. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the growth mindset. There, there is a learning curve for everything. Once you accept this learning curve, you realize that every mistake you make on your journey is an opportunity to learn to get stronger mentally and grow as a person. Practice makes perfection. Once you look at this graph here, right? So if you look at the blue line going across, that's low expectations and the stereotypes. That tells you the growth is not quite there at all. But if you look at the red line, comes to the learning aspirations, meaning the more you educate yourself and the knowledge behind the education of growing and developing creatively, like living independently, is an element to get to the next step of life. Now we're going to talk about a little bit about mental strengths. The biggest barrier to living independently is not having the mental strength to deal with the challenges that you encounter. It takes strength to keep going with no matter what the situation is, and when you are stressed. During my journey to becoming independent, I had to keep pushing no matter what to get out of my comfort zone. You can't let the feeling of being scared stopping you from going after what you want. In motivation, what is it about getting yourself energetic? Being energetic about independence means you have the drive to succeed and keep pushing. Be yourself and learn. Now we're going to discuss a little bit about practical skills. You will also need to learn practical skills like budget management, laundry, grocery shopping, time management, cooking, and food prep, transportation, and employment skills, among others. An, Another important skill is personal care. This includes personal hygiene, like showering and brushing teeth, monitoring your medical and dental health, taking care of your nutrition and fitness, taking care of your mind and mental health, spirituality, and religion. Self management skills, planning your day, and contacting friends, known as networking. In section 2, we'll be discussing the challenges I faced during my journey to independence and the barriers that people with special needs like Down syndrome can encounter. So now I'm going to talk about challenges. Some challenges I faced is in jobs were getting used to the pace. I had to keep practicing, and then I got to be quicker and more accurate over time. Some challenges faced I have living on my own were budgeting. It was a challenge at the start. I learned to check my account balance often. Now I manage my budget by cooking most of the time and treat myself once a week. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about barriers. There are several types of barriers that stop people with special needs from becoming independent, like stereotypes, for one. Stereotypes is put labels into people that create anxiety. This can stop from reaching their max potential. Then there's lack of support. This usually comes from how someone is raised. Lack of support prevents learning. Too much support it also prevents learning. How about the parent creates frustration and bitterness? Now we're going to talk about not being willing to ask. If you don't ask for help, why are you even doing it? Asking questions is necessary if you want to learn and being creative. Fear of failing from individual or the parents. If you don't accept the failure, how are you going to learn? Lack of skills needed for daily living. Now we're going to talk a little bit about opportunities for work. It is really important to educate employers. They need to learn to let people like us to have a chance. Now we'll talk about the role of support. And there's three types of support. There's family support, educational support, and community support. Now we're going to talk about the thing called family support. My family has been for me and help whenever I needed support. Independence starts a long before you move out. So parents do play a big role. My dad helped me with what skills I need to become independent. And and then he taught me those skills, like the stepping stones about living independently. My mom provides a lot of encouragement. She is like a cheerleader. She helped me through some tough times as well regarding encouragement. I started learning about the practical skills from a very young age. Even younger kids can learn similar skills like putting away the laundry or putting away their or clean up their toys, etc. Now we're going to talk about educational support, like Dragonfly, the mentorship program for learners with Down syndrome. It's based off academic skill development, employment skill development, public speaking and presentation skills, and career development. They helped me to shape my path in the direction I wanted to go regarding my career aspirations. Now we're going to talk about community support. My can support me. I also support my community. I build valuable relationships with others in the community through the community groups like VAD and DS Force. These groups have supported me and they give me the platform to advocate and give knowledge. I am very involved in the community, like hockey and going to the gym, mugging others. Going to the gym gave me a career path, and now I'm giving back to the community by coaching and educating others about fitness. I I have also been able to access support from the community for improving my skill set. Like Sean, he is from a government support worker program, and he helps me push me to become more independent, even further. In section four, we'll be discussing what I'll be discussing what event is important and the lessons learned. Independent matters. I believe the true independence is the action and the drive to achieve what matters to you. It's important because becoming more independent is a natural part of growing up. It's at some point you'll need to learn to do the work on your own instead of your parents doing it. Everyone deserves to go through the same life milestones that I went through. Now we're going to talk a bit about the learning curve, right? Like at the bottom part of the graph, like I showed you in the earlier in the presentation, I showed you about the curve, about like meeting your friends, the community parts at work, post-secondary education, relationship, careers, independence, among so many others in between all that. It's a really long process, right? If you look at top of the slide, if you're talking about a lot of the stereotypical events regarding people with special needs like Down syndrome, it comes from people thinking we got the capability to do anything and going through the normal progression. So that keeps us from doing all of that and among so many other things you're capable of doing. Now we're discuss lessons learned. I learned that you have to work hard for what you want. I learned that being independent doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, maybe years or even longer, depending on the learning curve. I have also learned that independence starts long before you leave home. You have to learn to fail before you progress. Everyone has different styles of learning mechanisms. It doesn't matter with every human special needs or not. You need to get clear on what you want and take the steps to get where you want to go in life. In conclusion, independence is such an important goal. I work extremely hard to become more independent, and the work is worth it. Thank you for listening to my journey. I hope you guys enjoy the presentation that I've created among so many other support workers like Kayla, who helped me get all this information to share this is with you. Have a great day, and I hope you hear all your questions at the conference.